Is it allowed to make an eyebrows? Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As I mentioned that earlier, I was talking about opening a business of a parlor. Another question has the same question, that is allowed to eyebrows. But if I say yes and I know, it is not an exact answer, but rather somebody has to understand when I say no why it is no, if I say yes why it is a yes. So I have to provide an evidence. For an example, the Prophet ﷺ says those women who pluck their eyebrows will not even smell the Jannah. So they are considered as the fahish woman who does that, because basically the only woman who is allowed to do the eyebrows. Now this is something very I'm going to repeat that again, as I have repeated into my other lecture. Those women are the only one who is allowed to do the eyebrows. Like for an example, some of the men has a strong genes power, has a harmonic power. Basically their eyebrows are going very fast. Let's say here the body hair goes very fast. Among the hair, the eyebrows are going very fast, that is going off the limit. Like for an example, this is the level of I cannot see that, but I mean you can see that. So this is the level of the eyebrow. From the level, the hairs are going from here and start going up to here. So now this is something getting over the limit. These type of women are allowed to cut the eyebrow back to into normal shape, but this is totally haram for those women who are started decorating the eyebrows, like making a shape from here and up to here and from here to here, making a both sides shape. Those women fall into the category of a fahish, and like they are also called like a zania. And also those women that the Prophet ﷺ said, these women will not even smell the Jannah. Those women will are called into the fahish, and they are being attracting other people. They might have like a different niyyah, like for example going to a party, going to anywhere, but this is forbidden, because when Allah commands us to do this, we just have to do that. We cannot just come to with our logic, okay, I have to do that, I have to do that because I like this and I like that. And that's what shahada means. When we say la ilaha illallah, oh Allah, I submit myself to you and I'm going to worship you alone, I'm going to follow your commandments. So the Prophet ﷺ said the women who pluck their eyebrows will not smell the Jannah. So basically are the women who are the decorings, who are making the good shapes and all that. It looks very ugly when they shape it, and some of them has a very thin. So those women is totally permissible. Now do not fall into the deception of shaitan to do this and do that, but only those women are allowed to cut their eyebrows and do the eyebrows, making a shape and the label. When I say make it a label and the shape, that does not mean to making a shape and making a threading and you make a good shape. It is not that. It is that it is allowed to label them, but when it says the hair are growing outside of the shape and the hair are going down into the eyes, that is allowed to cut it and the shape stays there. The only thing you're doing is you're cutting the hair back to a normal, that is not going outside on your face that looks ugly. So with the niyyah of for your husband, it is allowed to do that, but it is not permissible at all, without any exception. There is no exception. It is not allowed to do that, to making a shaping or making a very thin or doing a eye threads and all those that. So the hadith goes to two type of people. The hadith, the woman who is doing it, and for those women who are doing to the other woman, like in parlor business, they are doing to the other woman, so they fall into the same category of fahish, and this is forbidden. And the same rule applies to the both, that these women will not smell the Jannah.